Moving too fast, life moving in slow-mo. I'm a god, but I actually don't know. I mean, better put your pride aside. I'm a Benz, get more like a Volvo. Your best stuff looks like my words. Synapses, fire, and burst. Got the whole crew with me, about to do damage. You know we ain't average. I ain't gonna say this again, but it's in my time. Better look in my eyes. I'm a genius in the skies with my heart on my sleeve. And you force to oblige to a king in his prime. Everybody got a line. Sit back with the stars in line. I finesse like my life on the 9 was a diamond in the rough, and now I shine.
No one could stop us, they'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Yeah. Shutting it down. Been in the grind of my people all up in this place. Spinning this thing. Go to my rank. Royalty up in my veins. I'm loco, think I'm so cold. I say something, ain't no going back. Now they ask where Kiki's at. I'm like, you can't hang with that. 쏟아져 빛이 멀게 된 눈이 멈추지 않아. Once we go, 내게 더운 날로 모든 배 빨리 달려. 넌 못 따라와. True damage we do it. True damage 보여줄게. 뭐든 쉽게. 이기든 지든 my crew make the beat. No one could stop us. They'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no. We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You just quit sleeping on mines. You got your back on recline. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprised. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Biggest my self-esteem. Run it back, running man. They think they go hard, I'm like, come again. You run at a time and I'm busting in. While you stumbling, I got this blade in my hand for your punishment.
We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that.
Hello and welcome to week 10 and our final week of the LAS Academy split. It is going to be a spicy night tonight. It's looking like most of the playoff spots are locked in, but I'm looking forward to some craziness, some spicy picks that are going to come through in the Champ Select. So hopefully we get some crazy stuff happening on there tonight. But of course, got to welcome our resident caster, going to be Bartowski, joining us again tonight. How you doing today, buddy?
I am doing so wonderful. How are you doing on this fine evening?
I'm good. I'm pumped. And, I was just mentioning, how for the Academy League, playoffs are pretty much set. We know our top 4 teams going in. So I don't know if teams are really going to show their hands for what they're planning for playoffs. So I'm expecting some mean picks, some kind of fun stuff to go on tonight,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. I mean, we'll have to see what these teams decide to pull out. There might be a couple of interesting picks here. Maybe this would be the time to practice some stuff that maybe you won't play next week, but maybe it turns out it's super good and you found a new team comp for yourselves that's going to be able to carry yourselves to victory.
Exactly, a great time for teams to kind of experiment, try something new out, see if it works on the more competitive stage. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And of course, you guys want to stay tuned because we will be making an announcement during Champ Select. Well, I guess post Champ Select. So make sure to stick around for that. And I think that's gonna be it. We'll be the Gators taking on the Phantoms. So our 3rd and 4th place teams facing off. And I just want to see if this is gonna affect standings at all. I mean, potentially it could.
I assume if Phantom 2-0's here, right, then Phantoms would likely take 3rd away from Gators, and that could be pretty important.
Well, if they 2-0 tonight, that gives us 2 teams tied for 3rd at 10 and 10. So that means.
But I assume that Phantoms would have the head-to-head lead since if they 2-0 tonight.
Yes, we'll have to go discuss this with our league coordinator, but there is the potential for a tiebreaker just to see who gets that 3rd place spot, because I believe it's 1st into 4th and 2nd into 3rd. If that's how I remember the playoffs matchups going. So
yes, 1st place 4th, 3rd place 2nd place 3rd. So securing 3rd place could actually be pretty important here. The Dragons in that 1st place, they are the team to watch out for, the team to avoid until the finals if you can do it. So snagging that 3rd place would be oh so important for making sure you have the most chance of getting yourself into those finals in a nice, comfortable position.
Exactly. But we'll have to see how it goes tonight. Let's see what these guys decide to play. Maybe the Gators are going to play a little bit more serious, knowing that right now they have that spot against the Spartans going into the playoffs and don't want to risk it too much. But again, we'll see. Maybe they just decide to have fun with it tonight, which I'm hoping for.
Yes, yeah, it should be fun games either way. Definitely at least a little bit on the line here. You got at the very least you got a little bit of bragging rights, right?
Of course, man.
That head-to-head, so important.
And yeah, it's been a hell of a split. I can't believe we're at week 10 already. I mean, we're talking about tonight, having some fun matchups and having some crazy stuff going down, potential tiebreaker. But tomorrow night, I don't know if you guys have looked at the standings. If you're interested in those, go and head over to LAS_esports on Instagram, because right now the standings are just crazy over there for the Premier League. We have a tie for 3rd, 1 game away from that 4th place spot. So tomorrow night is going to be an absolute just I can't say it on stream. It's gonna be a little messy, but super exciting, and I cannot wait.
There's some spicy little tiebreakers there potentially.
Yeah, and it's gonna be very, very spicy. But I believe the teams are ready, and we are heading into Champ Select. So let's see what these guys have to bring to the table, or I guess remove from the table first for this.
Wonderful. Urgot, that first ban away there. I believe Autism is known for his Urgot play, at least to some degree. Urgot, powerful in general if he's in the hands of someone who's comfortable on him.
It's a little scary how well the 1v1s go with Urgot, that incredible amount of damage that can be popped out of him over and over again. So that one's going to be leaving. But a couple other big picks here. A lot of top. Galio, we see him more in the mid lane, if anything, now. But definitely not a fun pick to go up against if you are, a bursty mage. So
for sure.
Getting that off the table. So we might see more bursty mage picked up by the Phantoms there, potentially.
The Xin Zhao ban is interesting. I have not seen that happen yet. Is Relene known for being good on Xin Zhao, or maybe he's just been spamming it the past couple days? Clearly the Phantoms have some idea.
They might have been doing some research here, because again, in the right hands, champions like Xin Zhao, having that invulnerability going into his ultimate is just scary stuff. But so is a Diana flying at your face during a team fight. So Gators are going to lock that as their first pick. And let's see what the Phantoms have to respond to that.
Yeah, it's a good pick up as a general statement. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that's gonna completely and totally shut a Diana down. Obviously, there's gonna be some champions that can give her a rough laning phase by all means and make her kind of really regret picking that up. But at some point, she's gonna get turned on, and it's gonna go like she's just gonna start doing enough damage that she can take out the important targets like the enemy AD carry or the enemy mid laner, and just kind of roll over the game.
Well, a couple big picks there.
Speaking of rolling over the game. Yeah, that's a nasty combo they got there. The Zac Yasuo definitely bringing a lot of power into those potential team fights and potential picks. Mid lane is going to be very difficult, assuming that is, of course, a mid lane Yasuo. It's obviously entirely possible that that's going down towards Brave Carcass, or is just even being flex picked at this moment. I think that'll probably be determined based on a potential support pick, or of course an AD carry pick.
Ooh.
I don't believe mid lane is going to be picked up before.
I kind of like that. Even though as annoying as Senna can be to play against in solo queue, is a great addition to the team. You have that healing and you have her range. I was in a game of solo queue today with Senna, thankfully, on my team with 61 stacks at 15 minutes. It was ridiculous, but can be super clutch in these teams. Has that global ultimate that can toss a shield, even toss some damage onto the enemy team. So a fine addition to the team here for the Gators. Let's see if they're going to maybe pick their ADC to go with it, or hold out and see what the Phantoms have.
Now, that's the question. Is that the AD carry, and it's going to be a fasting Senna, or is that the support, and it's going to be an AD carry picked up with it? Oh, never mind.
So
the question has been answered.
There you go. Immediately get the answer. So that is Sivir picked up as the ADC for the Gators. So Overcomer and First Time Sona taking that duo into the bot lane. It will be kind of nice to kind of sit back, with the Sivir, able to farm up, get really strong, and not really have the fear of being jumped on too hard, considering you have your spell shield to Sivir, and then you have the Senna, extra little BCC, and that ability to run away even faster. Plus, you gotta have some heal in there too. But, okay.
We've got Knock-Up City coming in from Phantom so far. Wow.
I didn't want to say it at the beginning. I was like, maybe they go full knock-up comp just to benefit the Yasuo. We might see it. We might actually get to see it.
Do we see Thresh come in for Nubs for Life to get a little bit of more knock-up in there?
Yeah, you got.
Guess we'll find out.
Trying to see. An Alistar would be pretty gross too. You got massive knock-up there. Couple of
nobody plays Alistar, and it's a shame.
I know, even personally, because we're both supports too, and I don't know how often you play Alistar either.
Not at all.
It's got great engage, but the issue is the kite potential, especially in the patch we're on. I think 10.13 we're on at this point, but okay, you can go in, that's fine. Getting out is the issue. So usually, if we're ever going to see an Alistar, it'll probably be paired with a Callista, just to make sure you can actually get your support out. But I don't know what else. What else? And there's plenty that can synergize with that too. But
I'm now wanting to play Unsealed Spellbook Alistar.
Don't tempt me, Bartowski. Don't do it.
Because what is he if not a slightly lower damage set, right?
That's true. I mean, back in the day, he used to be full AP Alistar. That was how he felt, which was really scary.
Well, yeah, but like you run him with Nimbus Cloak, and you run him with Unsealed Spellbook, you'll have tons of summoner spells to get you plenty of move speed to get in, get out. Oof. Okay. Note to self, try that out in a scrim sometime soon. In the meantime, however, Nocturne, Caitlyn, and Morgana have all been banned away as these last three, or Morgana's still being hovered, but we assume that that's likely just going to get locked in sometime soon. Nocturne, definitely a strong pickup in this latest patch. He got some pretty strong buffs to his, particularly jungle clear, with tweaks to his passive. Morgana, a good pickup there, or sorry, good ban there rather, to get rid of that potential for spell shielding and stopping the engage from Goob on that Diana and first time Sona on that Senna. Potentially also clearing the way for a strong CC jungler. I'm not quite sure.
I'd like to see a Jinx. That is.
Ooh.
Now we're looking at a late game scaling team here for the Phantoms. That
Absolutely,
Jinx, Yasuo, and even the Cho'Gath too. That is late game potential. You gotta hold out for a little bit, but once you get those 2-3 item points, it's just ridiculous trying to stop these guys.
Now Fiora is a nice little counter there to Cho'Gath. All of his spells, they're pretty telegraphed. So I was going to mention the Trundle as a potential counter pick for the Zac there, but Fiora a nice counter for the Cho'Gath, and Pyke.
Whoa!
Ooh.
I like seeing a Pyke, and that's personally again. This is something that I'm still kind of trying to learn, but Pyke in the right hands can be just terrifying in those team fights. You get a few members low, and Pyke is just going to be styling all over the enemy team. So hopefully the Gators can hold out in these fights. I mean, of course, you have the Sivir Senna to kind of aid that healing. Trundle be able to launch away at stuff, and then Fiora's just Fiora. So
my only concern for the side of the Phantoms here is that the Sivir really, and the Trundle as well, allows them to become a kite comp and just kind of run away from any engage the Phantoms are trying to execute, and then turn around and maybe consider going back in after all those cooldowns are down. It's going to be interesting to watch how they play these team fights out.
Yeah, some really, really good stuff from either side. I mean, if you look at it too, most of these guys are late game, right? You have the Fiora, the Sivir kind of scales up over time, has some good utility as the game goes through, but most of her power is going to be coming through in the late game. Same goes for the Jinx, the Cho'Gath, the Yasuo. But what we see over on the Gators is, Diana kind of ramps up around that mid game. As soon as she gets her ult and the 1 or 2 items, she's going to be flying into these team fights. And of course, we've seen so many times during the split, that Trundle, that early game presence, able to be all over the map, getting nice pillars, making beautiful ganks. So Gators have kind of a good mix there. They have the tools to kind of set themselves up in the early game. They have that Diana to start winning those fights in the mid game, and then have a little bit of late game damage as well too. So Phantoms should be knowing that and should be playing the game accordingly and be safe until those main carries have those key items on them near that late 20-minute, 30-minute mark.
Yeah, until your Jinx is online, you really can't be considering any major team fighting. Your Jinx is going to be such a large portion of your power. As well as the Yasuo, of course, but the Yasuo is a little bit more high rolly. He's going to require at least a couple of knockups from either the Cho'Gath or the Zac at the same time. Whereas the Jinx, if she gets to those 2 items, 3 items, she's just going to be able to start rolling over anyone on the enemy team. And so that's what we're really going to be looking for the side of the Phantoms here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. We'll see if the Gators are able to, coordinate as a team and put those resources into those champions where they need to be throughout this game. Because, like I was saying, they have tools for each stage of this game, and kind of need to push their advantages while they still have it. Because when it comes to late games, I think if you're going head to head, the damage that'll be coming out of Phantoms should be a little bit more. And, damage might not even matter if they're low because you have a Pyke there. So there's also that.
Yeah, it's the damage and also the tankiness. That Cho'Gath and Zac are going to become such giant balls to deal with. On the side of the Gators here, they don't really have any hyper carry. Sivir not generally considered to be a hyper carry. Fiora, yeah, she can probably pop off, but still she's typically looking for those squishy targets just like Diana is. So really they only have the targets Yasuo and Jinx on the enemy team, and those the top lane and the jungle are going to be kind of difficult for them to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but before we get into the spectator delay, we are going to set the poll up for you guys, so make sure to vote for which team you think is going to win. Will it be the Gators or will it be the Phantoms? Let us know. That poll is live for 3 minutes right now, and you can go ahead and submit those votes because we want to hear from you. And of course, you heard me mention in the intro, we got a little announcement for you guys today, so let's show this on the stream. We've got our summer giveaway, and we want you to celebrate our finals here at the LAS. So we are going to be giving away 2 RP prizes for you guys. So the first place prize will be $20 USD of RP, and the second prize will be $10 USD of RP. So how do you enter? Make sure to go on over to LAS_esports on Instagram. Toss us a follow. Make sure to also like the latest post. It will look exactly like the picture I have up there on the stream for you guys. Make sure to tag 2 friends in there who play League in the comments. And then also, if you go to the link in the bio and complete a quick action, not too sure what those are, but I'm going to find out because your boy, you can bet I'm entering in there. Yeah, so go check out the Instagram because there's some actions that you can do to actually get extra entries into the draw. And of course, we will announce the winner during our premiere final stream on Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. EST. So make sure to head over to the Instagram, read all the details, get your entries in, and then tune into those finals for the premieres on, again, July 14th at 8 o'clock p.m. EST, where we will announce our winners. But as of that, that will do it for our announcement. Hope to see lots of entries, and best of luck, everybody.
Exciting stuff there. That's a nice little giveaway.
That's US dollars too, eh? That's that's a little extra RP there for us Canadian folk.
yeah, exactly. Even better. Nice little bonus.
Excellent. Well, we got about a little over 2 minutes here until we get into the actual game here. But what do you think of Bartowski? Who's got this one in the bag here?
I think that this game might actually go to the side of the Phantoms, and I think that's the more interesting way for it to go, of course, seeing as there's a chance for them to tie up the scoreline. But just the overall team comp and that scaling that they've got, I think it's just going to be so easy for them to make it to that mid to late game power spike and just roll over the comp of the Gators. But obviously, Gators, very good team, so we'll have to see how they play out. I'm likely going to be eating those words since I've now said them.
It's a cast of curse. You know what?
Yeah.
So we got to balance it out. So I'm going to say Gators because, they are a little bit ahead of the Phantoms. Not by much, but just a little bit. And, hopefully, picking up these champions, having that early, having a mid game, and having a few late game champions, hopefully they are aware of where their power spikes are going to be and play to those advantages because they know all the power is laying in that late game stage there for the Phantoms, and they have that advantage early on in the game. So maybe they will press their advantages, and I will give it to them just based off of that. But again, we'll have to see how these guys play it out, as 30 seconds now until we get into this one.
Oh, baby. We're coming down to the wire. All right, early game. What's it going to look like for these teams? Who do you think is going to invade? Do you think anyone's going to invade?
I think Raylene's going to be somewhere on this map, especially...
probably... you think he's going to be on the map?
Yeah, I think he's going to be making his way up top before Cho'Gath gets really tanky, starts getting those stacks, to get this Fiora snowballing. Because a snowballing Fiora is truly terrifying.
Absolutely.
And I think that would be probably the best plan for these guys. But we'll have to see if they follow our predictions as we head on over to the Rift. We're just going to clear it up. Those are your team comps one more time, guys. And let's go ahead and see what these guys bring to the table here for game number 1. Whoa, let's see it. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Week 10. Oh, damn.
We got phase rush on Trundle. Someone's going to be looking to run people down.
I think that's the goal too. So it might be questionable to go chase this Cho'Gath, considering he does have Glacial Augment. But if he doesn't have his Super Soaker early on, again, that might be the lane to gank. Of course, his autos are going to slow, and if he gets an auto, he's going to put Vorpal Spikes on you, and then he's going to get a Q down on you, and it's just going to be difficult to chase him if you're not able to get him locked down very, very fast, which with Trundle, you just need one nice pillar there, and of course, you'll either be getting that kill or at least getting the flash for that, you know?
Yeah, Cho'Gath lacking any form of mobility means that it's going to be difficult for him to avoid ganks coming out from the Trundle, coming out with the pillar. A well-placed pillar is going to probably spell his death, but we'll see. Maybe Given will be able to find the counter ganks up there, because I think there's a real chance that the Cho'Gath Zac wins that 2v2 pre-6. So we'll have to see how well Given's able to track the enemy jungler in this game and keep on top of the ganks. He has obviously the additional mobility to get in and get the work done. So
But I think
definitely
you're right about
something
that.
to watch out for.
Yeah, that 2v2, you might be right, because if you look at the CC difference between Cho'Gath and Zac versus Fiora Trundle, I think the Cho'Gath and Zac have a lot more that they can chain together. So we will pause this at 5 seconds before we get into it. I do have it at 6. I slipped. Misclick, whoopsie.
Oh,
That's what I put in my chat all the time, way too much. All right, I am paused at 6 Oh, Bartowski?
my league is frozen.
All right, we will wait for Bartowski to get ready.
Wonderful. Just give me 2 seconds.
No worries. That's why
Just
we've got
gonna
this.
close this window real quick. Reconnect. Load screen should take no time at all.
Yep, we are into it now. And I'm just also looking at some of these too. First time Sona with Senna also has Glacial Augment. So that's going to be a pain in the ass there for Brave Carcass and Nubs down there. That's either slowing down. Oh, oof.
The Glacial. Okay, I'm in, and I'll pause at 6 seconds.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Let's get this game going. We're into this now, but yeah, what do you think about the Glacial for Senna?
So the nice thing about Glacial Augment on a Senna is that it really allows you to stack your souls very easily, especially as a support. You get one auto attack onto the enemy, it almost guarantees you get that second one. And it's also just so annoying. It's going to mean that Sivir's going to be able to land her Q onto you, and you're not going to be able to chase as quickly. It's a very strong rune to go onto that Senna. There are obviously others that are considered to be good, but I believe, especially as support, that the Glacial Augment is the direction to go for that champion. Yeah, just be as annoying as you can.
Oh yeah, and we'll see what first time Sona decides to build as well too. With the Glacial Augment being picked up, you could go Frozen Mallet or something even more annoying to get even extra slow onto your enemies. So we'll see if she goes for the more tanky build, but I think you would go more tanky if you were taking grass. But again, we'll have to see. Whatever works. If they're gonna lean fully into this the slow build from Senna, it's gonna be a hell of a time there for Jinx to be getting away from any ganks incoming.
Yeah, Jinx with that lack of mobility, Pyke being melee, it's going to be a strong lane for the side of the Gators here. Got a bit of taunting going up in that top lane.
Oh, just a respectful dance there.
Yeah, neither of them going for any harass there. Senna going to be sticking around this red buff to pick up those souls after Trundle finishes it. Obviously, very crucial to grab as many of those as you can at every point of the game. Zac and Trundle both starting on the bottom half means they will be able to meet up in this top half. As you said, Trundle likely going to be looking for a gank onto the Cho'Gath, so Zac being there to counter is going to be very important for his survival. Hopefully we'll see them coordinate to a good degree. And you see this poke coming out from Senna already in this laning phase, already landing a couple of soul leeches, and going to be stacking those up as quickly as possible to get that extra range, extra attack damage.
Now, if you want to remind us, it's every 20 stacks. Oh no, look at this though. Overcomer caught up in the Jinx trap. The spell shield comes down. Those autos from Jinx doing a good amount of damage. There goes the Boomerang Blade just to get some trade back, but Phantom's looking good after that trade there.
Yeah, that was a very good trade. A very late spell shield coming out from the Sivir there. Would have been nice to see
Ooh, and even the
him put that on the
flash.
trap. Wow. That was, yeah, a lot of pressure coming out from this Pyke. And that's the difference. Like, a good Pyke is able to put out so much pressure into these early laning phase moments.
Oh my goodness, I am Shu. Look at the trades going. Well, I wouldn't even call it a trade. It's just Shu doing all the work up there on that Fiora. That's not.
Yeah, and that was the problem I was mentioning before with Cho'Gath's abilities being telegraphed, and the real important telegraph is his Q, because if you manage to land the riposte on Fiora as you're receiving crowd control, it will deal it'll put out a stun onto any enemy that it lands on. So whenever Cho'Gath throws out his Q, you just want to stand in it and throw out the riposte, and you get your own free stun instead. So obviously going to be very difficult in this matchup for Autism to land any form of CC, and even the poking is going to be quite difficult. This Fiora is just so mobile.
What I am interested to see though, that will be Rilene heading down towards the bot lane and not straight up top, so maybe farming up a little bit more, but potential to get caught out here as Given and Blunky both surrounding Rilene. Gonna miss that Q though, but with the double buffs, trying to get out of here. Here comes Zach, getting the knockup, but Diana is here to help out as well too. The flash, but the double pull back from Given. They're still trading back and forth. Goob still dealing a good amount of damage. Tornado will not land, but here comes the Pyke. Blunky gonna be getting out of there, but that is the Zach passive popped. Brave Carcass rotating up to help as well too. And I believe they're gonna be able to get Zach on out of there. Oh, first time Sona picks off all but one of the Zach blobs, and Given will live. For now, but no passive on that Zach anymore.
That was very close. I mean, it looked like it was going to go really well for the side of the Phantoms, but unfortunately, a couple of crucially missed Qs from Blunky means that they weren't able to deal out quite enough damage, and Zach falling down to his passive because of it, as well as the bot lane of Phantoms roamed up, but only the support roamed up from the side of the Gators. So that was very important. It meant that Overcomer was able to catch up in the CS that he had been bullied away from previously due to the increased pressure from that Pyke, and it evens up the CS in that lane. Sivir able to pick up double longsword, 3 pots for some reason, but then 2 pink wards. I like to see that.
I also love seeing that. Again, wards save lives, so it's nice to see that there will be a little bit of coverage there, knowing that Given probably will make his way down bot at some point, but we see the Gators making their way to this Dragon Pit, and with Given being a little low and no passive, this is... Whoa! There's the Boomerang Blade from Overcomer. He goes over, but Relina's in. There goes the Smite, and it will be the Gators steal. They pick up that Ocean Drake for themselves, and Brave Carcass actually getting CC'd down. Rilene looking for it. The pillar comes up. Brave Carcass slowed down. Nubs is over there as well too, but he takes the blast going over to the safety of his tower, and Brave Carcass still on the run. There goes the chomp. There's the flash, and no more chase from Rilene. So that was a nice little boomerang from Overcomer. Takes out the enemy jungler, and they get a free dragon.
Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. What a good collapse from them to notice that Given is way too low to be doing this dragon and way too low to be tanking it. Bit of a misplay from the Phantoms there to not have someone else absorbing that damage and even just pulling it out of the pit. Sivir's Boomerang Blade does not have an incredibly large range. It was going to be something that was easy to avoid. However, the Gators capitalizing on that mistake. They get Rilene in there. They get the Smite secure. They pick up that first Ocean Drake, a very crucial early dragon there. And that's going to be a nice 1,000 gold lead at only 7 minutes in. It's
not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. You like, and now Overcomer sitting with that first blood kill and up in CS on this Jinx means that he's going to be able to get to this mid game with a decent amount of power.
Yeah, being able to, it looks like Overcomer's probably going to take the Essence Reaver first on this Sivir, considering he has double longswords. However, top lane, the Grand Challenge was popped, but not going to be able to finish that one up. And you see how much the Q from Cho does. He does have to double Dorans and an Amplifying Dome, so decent amount of ability power, but down bot, that will be Rilene coming in. Double stuns down. That was very nicely played by Brave Carcass and Nubs. So the Pyke stun followed up by some Jinx traps made sure no Trundle action down there.
They do still manage to get that flash, so that is important. However, I'd like to note that Overcomer in this lane is sitting at level 6, and everyone else in this lane is level 4.
Look at Blunky right now, though. Possibly caught out. Goob is on him. The Diana ulti is popped, and I Am Shu is there to follow up as well. Their post helps out, but Goob secures that final one there. Pike is going to get the lockdown as well, too, but dashes out. Doesn't matter because Overcomer gets it with an auto, but a nice little boomerang blade to get a good chunk off of Nubs there.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing about Sivir at this point in the game, is that her boomerang blade, it really chunks hard in this mid game. Early in the game, it does a little bit of poke. Late in the game, it's going to fall off, but right now is where it really shines. It's going to be doing 300 damage if it manages to hit twice. And that's just so much of your health bar gone right away. And now she's gone back. She's picked herself up a BF sword.
And suddenly a Caulfield. My goodness.
Yeah. Suddenly that Q is now doing 400 damage instead of 300. You're really going to be wanting to avoid that.
I was so waiting for the Cho, the feast to come out, but obviously keeping in mind that Repose can just counter it, which would be so sad as Cho'Gath.
Oh my god, yes.
But
yes, that would be very, very tragic. Let's check in. Okay, so first time Sona has gone past that. She's now sitting at 26 stacks, 27. So they've gotten the first level of range increase and working towards that second being one of the most important ones, just to be able to start matching that Jinx, especially when she's in her rocket form. So definitely something we want to see come out sometime soon from first time Sona there. Although technically, I suppose he does already have range.
We might have a little action. I was waiting for it. Given was right there, and Diana was engaging. I was like, oh, we got something. No, nothing, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Blunksy's got his ult up. That's the perfect time to go in. But not quite pulling that trigger. Maybe a bit of nerves coming in from them. They're already sitting down 3 deaths. Kind of makes it a bit more difficult to justify making plays.
And the Gators do see Given make his way down bot, but you know, it's okay that they're playing safe because they know their power spikes are coming through for the late game. So it's totally fine to be a little bit cautious going into these fights, even if it might be a 90% chance that you get a kill here. It's fine because the goal is get items, get to late game, get those power spikes, and then we can pop off.
Yeah, and the fact that Jinx is sitting at 0 deaths is actually a good thing at this point in time. Obviously you'd love to be sitting at 2-0 like the enemy Sivir, but just the fact that you can say you haven't fed that Sivir in this early game means that you have all the more chance of popping off into that mid to late game power spike as you pick up your important items. The F sword now picked up, so he will be matching Overcomer in terms of raw attack damage. Good job coming from the Cho'Gath to clear out that early Rift Herald. Only going to be a couple plates picked up for that.
You know what I am a little disappointed though is that Cho didn't beat the oh my goodness bottom. Hold on, we'll get back to that fight as the Boomerang Blade almost taking Nubs again, and we might see a little scuffle around this Cloud Drake. But yeah, no feast used on the Herald, which would have given him an epic monster stack. So just something
on the enemy Herald.
I'm pretty sure. Can you? Maybe. I want to say yes.
I want to say yes too, but I guess I never thought about it. That's definitely something that we should check real quick. But yeah, I mean, it is an epic monster. But that is the second dragon picked up for the side of the Gators, and Mountain will be the map of choice here as we head into the mid game. Very important if it can go onto the side of the Phantoms here. They've got already 2 very beefy members. On the side of the Gators, not quite as important. Of course, Trundle would love that extra little bit of tankiness, but really you gain the majority of your tankiness from the enemy. So not really...
Oh, look at bot, because here comes Given over the wall, getting the double knock up, and there's the stun from Pike. Wow, the Pike all comes for 1. He gets another. That's a double for Nubs, but it's all shared gold here. So everybody gonna be benefiting from those. Very nicely done by Given.
such a huge influx of gold going over to the side of the Phantoms there. My goodness, they've managed to bring that gold up to only 500 away now just off of that one play. Wow.
That was
beautiful.
super well done, and
That was honestly just gorgeous.
yeah, Given just waited out. He stayed there for a decent amount of time, but it really paid off. Take a look at top though, as Autism is looking for I Am Shu. The chomp comes through, and just like we said, oh, doesn't matter though. He doesn't get a stack, but he gets the flex rates over I Am Shu. He just drops a Q and gets himself a kill there up in the top lane.
That's the problem, is that if you use that riposte on something and he's got another spell up that's going to do enough damage, well, you're out of defensibility, and that's just an easy pickup for Autism. A nice tower dive from him there, really well executed. Manages to not tank the tower for a very long time, baits out Shu, and picks up a kill for his troubles.
That was super nice. When
And-
you see him with the Hextech PLP right now, or aka
Yeah.
Super Soaker, so that
That was a great for chase down.
really well used there. Locked down I Am Shu and kind of didn't really leave him with many options there. My God, the boomerang leg though. My.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that point in the game where Sivir's really pumping out a lot of damage. He's almost got his Q maxed. Let's check in on how much damage that's now doing. It's doing 260 per direction.
Oh, take a look at mid though. Blunky getting dove on. He's going back with that CCU ult onto the Zac knockup, but Blunky unfortunately does go down. Reline getting very, very low, but not enough as Gators pick themselves up a kill there in the mid lane and the first tower up in the top.
Oh, watch that. Oh, my goodness.
I zipped the camera. Don't you worry. I was that close. But Brave Carcass just barely sidestepping another wonderfully placed boomerang blade there by Overcomer.
Yeah,
We're not done. It's
Grand
full
challenge.
action there. The grand challenge is down. The Super Soaker comes through with the flash from I Am Shu to get there. There's the knockup from the Rupture, but it doesn't matter because Fiora is pumping out some damage. Has the Ravenous Hydra and is a little scary. And then a tower dive bottom. Overcomer getting a little low, but there's the dunk from Nubs, picking up another kill on that Pike ult. That's going to be the third this game. Again, sharing the gold there. You see Brave Carcass with an extra little bit of gold, and he takes that to the bank right before he backs.
Now, you know what's hilarious? Pike is now actually sitting on almost as much gold as Jinx, only 100 gold behind. And because of that, is 1,500 gold up on first-time Sona. That is just an incredible amount of gold to be put onto a support. He's already got one of the most busted items in the game completed in that Umbral Blade. Gives you so much additional map control.
Oh, we're going to have some action down here, bot, though, as the TP comes through from I Am Shu. Going on in there. Pulse comes through, but, the heal isn't going to matter because I Am Shu's getting a nice little bit of shutdown gold there. Zap will not land on I Am Shu, but,
Wow.
nice little TP there to pick up a kill for himself.
These ripostes from Shu have been very on point for this game. Even though he dived to that dive earlier, the fact that he was able to riposte the Cho'Gath Feast was just absolutely beautiful. And then here again on the Pike.
I think even might be gone. This is
pretty
4 men.
tanky.
He's lasting for a while, and he might actually have passive backup too. The passive comes up, Grand Challenge goes down, but
the tower's gone.
Towers. We gave him a little bit of hope and then just crushed it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's part of right there what I was talking about with that tankiness and the inability to really shred through such incredible tanks. I mean, he is barely sitting on any completed items. He's got his Cinder Hulk, which is providing, a good chunk of health, but he doesn't have any resistances yet, and still, it took them a decent amount of time to be able to kill him underneath that turret. However, picking up that third Drake means they're looking at a potential for a 22-minute soul. That would be absolutely huge.
Yeah, we do see on the hunt pop by Overcomer. Not going to be able to find Nubs, but Brave Carcass got out and just locked down. Is going to get a pull on Overcomer. 2 tower shots actually going to bring him pretty low. But again, you got your center there, you got some heal. And like you were saying about Drakes, does put the Gators one away from picking up Soul. We do see Given back again in the mid lane. However, We tried to talk analytics, and we got fights breaking out. It's 3v1 right now in the mid lane. The flash coming out from Goob to get over the wall. Tornado will not find him. As Diana
What does he do?
be in a bit of trouble, trying to get away. Knockup still not going to land. Dashes to a minion. Here comes Spike, just of narrowly avoiding that stun. But Zach slams him back down together. That's the knockup. That's Yasuo ult. That's Diana ult. Manages to find the Pike. My God.
Oh my goodness, that damage coming in from the Rod of Ages Diana. So that's a Diana who's not even online yet.
There's 4 of you. You might kill me, but I'm taking one of you with me.
That was ridiculous to watch. Absolutely well played. Right? That I loved the dashing to the minions. He almost got out of there. The Zac was just barely able to bring him back in, and still he manages to get himself a kill on the way out. That is just a preview of the potential to come for Brave Carcass, who's going to have to watch out for that Diana at all points of time going forward.
Absolutely, and may even have something starting here. That will be the center lockdown as the Boomerang Blade coming back will bring Given quite low, and no passive to speak of the knock up there, but no Yasuo ult to follow down. Oh, that Boomerang Blade almost going to find Given, but he's going to try to escape as Yasuo ult coming back off a cooldown. Not going to be able to find a kill as Pike gets the hook back, and now it's the Gators doing the chasing as Blunky will go down as well too. I Am Shoes on the chase, gets knocked and flipped back over, doesn't matter, as that gold will be tossed around on the team. Ends up being a 2 for 2, I believe, on either side, but that fight was all over the place.
Yeah, that was quite the interesting fight. I don't know how to describe it accurately, but the back and forth there, as you know, first Yasuo goes in, gets a ton of damage, but then he dies for it. Then Diana comes in. No, not Diana.
Diana. Well, speaking of Diana, she's getting hooked back. That will be the Zap Cannon coming down, but a triple knock up lockdown. Oh my God, Brave Carcass, where'd you go? That will be Nubs going down as well too. Can we get a triple? No. Tower says
Almost.
no. Oh my goodness, Goob looking so strong. Not even a fully stacked Roa, and able to find 2 kills in a 3v1 situation. Absolutely nuts.
It's just disgusting.
Yep.
The raw damage coming out from that ultimate is just so gross. I mean, how much damage is it doing at this point in time? 300 plus an additional 94. Oh, and increased by 60 for each target beyond the first gold. That's something I didn't realize until this exact moment. So that did like 600 damage to each of them. Mm-hmm. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's nice. That's wow.
I mean, part of that comes from the fact that Goob is level 13, Brave Carcass is level 10, Given's also level 10, so he is a good amount of experience points up on those laners, and that's, you know, because he's spending so much time in that mid lane.
I'm sure in trouble. There goes the cross, but getting locked down by the Pike Hook. Zach gonna cancel his jump. So again, playing it a little bit smart. But this is what we were saying about the Diana. It's mid game now, and Goob is online. However, down bottom, Merlin charging in. That's actually going to be the Senna ulti there. The pillar comes up as well too, and Blunky trying to get out of there, but going lower and lower until there's no health left on the bar. Another kill going over to the Gators.
Yeah, that was just a nice catch from them, seeing that Blunky is too far forward for how little vision control the side of the Phantoms has at this point in the game. You're going to have to get quite a few more wards down before you can consider pushing up quite that far.
Super Soaker's coming down. I think we might have a little bit of fight. Senna gun comes down on the 2. That is Zach going in. I don't think there's a Yasuo here to help the fight, so the knockups will not be of need. Brave Carcass trying to peel on back, but over on the other side of the spike, Given trying to get out under his tower. That Boomerang Blade just narrowly avoiding Nubs there, but the Herald going to be spawned here, and that Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. The Phantoms are just getting out-pressured right now, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything about the Soul here, as Jinx ult just comes flying in.
The Gators are doing a really good job here. They're not able to kill the Zac. They don't have the damage to do it, but they do have the damage to pressure everyone else out of the team fight. Fiora getting into that back line and pressuring the Jinx means that they're able to force the backs, force the reset out of them, and just turn around for the Soul and grab it. Even if you get fully aced here,
that will be the Soul. Given is into this one. Boomerang Blade coming through again, but that's the Yasuo ulti on the 2 members of the Gators. The fight is still going on. Blunky trying to get out of this. There's another tornado flying through. Oh my goodness, that will be a couple members of the Gators dropping, but Blunky zipping around, trying to stay alive. Triple kill to Brave Carcass. Has a Zap Cannon coming through as well too, but oh my goodness, Brave Carcass there. Cleaning up 3 members of the Gators.
Yeah, he was able to get a couple of resets there in that Jinx, giving you so much extra attack speed and mobility, and able to run around that team fight, just pick off any low targets that he was able to find. Goob and almost died to Shu, but Shu was not able to make use of any cooldowns. They all were down for him, and the auto attacks coming in from Brave Carcass after that reset were just too much for him to handle, and he now has Runon's Hurricane Infinity Edge. So Jinx is officially online, and with a front line like Cho'Gath with a Rod of Ages and Zac with a Warmog Cinderhulk, it's gonna be difficult. Goob's gonna have to dive past multiple members in order to get back towards him and start to try to deal with the real damage threat on this team. I think the Phantoms, despite losing that Mountain Soul, are currently looking at their best chances of winning this game.
Yeah, it's still going to be difficult to get through the Gators, so they are going to have to play these fights smart, because knowing there is that extra little bit of tankiness there on the Gators, going to have to chip them down a little bit. But of course, Jinx with the IE and the Runins and Cloak of Agility, those crits and those rockets combined are going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage here, and shouldn't be a problem. I think potentially maybe a rapid fire cannon next. We'll see if it does come through. Double knock up there onto the Senna and the Sivir. Locked down by the Zac. The Jinx all comes through with the Pike all. Not going to find it. Will be Brave Carcass picking up another kill for himself. Autism going to pick up that one there. And now it's Goob in a little bit of trouble getting 2 targets there. Shut down onto Brave Carcass as the Yasuo comes down. And that will be the Diana going golden. Goob is still not done with this as I Am Shu goes flying in, finds the Yasuo. And Given trying to get out of this one. Pike finding the knock-up, or the pullback, I suppose, and on the run, not going to be able to get out. Triple kill for I Am Shu, and the Gators find themselves an ace at 24 minutes.
My goodness. Brave Carcass put out so much damage. They managed to pick off the bot lane and force Reline to flash out, but then there comes the Diana from the back line, manages to get onto Brave Carcass and just shreds him near instantaneously. Able to bring down Blunky at the same time, survives the whole thing, picks up several more kills for himself, and that is just, wow, mid-game Diana. Still here, still a gigantic threat against the enemy team.
Still very, very scary, especially for that Jinx, but right now it is the Gators starting up the first Baron of the game here, and I don't think the Phantoms are going to be able to get there in time, as that thing's just melting right now. That goes down. Couple of stacks there. First time Sona. It looks like a possible reset. Nubs Nubs being a little bit of a nuisance there, but they're going to go ahead and get that reset now.
Yeah, and so first time Sona is sitting on 60 stacks at this point in time. He's got 60% additional crit chance. He's got 700 total range. He's looking really strong at this point in time, and he's gone for an interesting build with the Umbral Glaive into the Athene's Unholy Grail. I can't say that I am knowledged enough at Senna to say the viability of that build. I assume it is something that's considered to be good, obviously, because then you wouldn't have built it. But
look at this, though. Autism
that's
on
a
the
big
back
Cho'Gath.
of this. The pillar comes through, and on the Hunter's pop. So caught out very, very quickly with that Sivir ult, and he's gonna just be gone.
Yeah, you're a big Cho'Gath, but you're not that big. You cannot just walk into 4 people and just expect to survive.
No, this is actually going to be really bad for the Phantoms, as 4 members of the Gators are in the base now. They have super minions here, Baron buff with them, and they might just look to push these Nexus towers now, as Fiora is still splitting on that top lane. We're going to see if they go for it and just decide to hold the push here. That will be the knockback up. Goob looking for it. The flash comes out of Brave Carcass, trying to run away from this, as no Zap cannon going to be found there. I believe it's called the Zap. Nope, just Zap. Zap! Exclamation point.
I honestly, Brave Carcass should have flashed way earlier in that engage. He waited until after the Diana got onto him and got a majority of her
we're going to have something break down now as Super Sword
yeah.
comes through. Given's trying to get out, but that's Su ulti in the back line. The Senna heal is coming through for her team, but Blunky goes down. The Pike ulti is there. Don't believe he finds one. Massive knockup, but that is going to be Autism going down too. Double kill there for Reline, as Gators on the Nexus. Given just gonna stay in his fountain as the Gators pick up a win tonight.
Yeah, that was
Woo! Muy
was a good game.
caliente!
And you saw right at the end there what the team wanted to do. The Yasuo ultimate onto 3 people, but if you're just sitting on pickaxe Phantom Dancer, you just don't have the damage that it takes to put out anything onto that enemy team. You could get a 5-man Yasuo ultimate, you're just still not going to be able to do enough in that team fight. And because of that, the side of the Gators were able to just sweep over and take a nice confident win onto the side of the Phantoms, picking up all 4 Drakes, picking up the only Baron. Beautifully played by them. And I believe that's it. They secure 3rd place, right?
Yeah, with that'll put them at I believe it's going to be 11-8, and Phantoms are down to 8-11. So that will secure the Gators into the 3rd place spot, which means they are going up against the Spartans, and Dragons will be going up against the Phantoms in our playoffs. So, Gators got to be feeling good about that, knowing that they're not going up against that big Dragon team.
You got more time to prepare for them. You got more time to watch their style. You got more time to get some practice in. Absolutely huge for them. Well played to everyone on that team. I have to give probably, shout outs to the top. Honestly, so many people there. Mm-hmm. Overcomer was beautiful with those Sivir Qs, but I think it's got to go to Shu and Goob for that ridiculous amount of pressure, and then Raleen for getting those people ahead.
Yeah, that was really well done by the Gators. And of course, we got to let the people at home vote. So you guys over at home watching on stream, make sure you toss your votes in to let us know who you think deserves player of the game. That poll will be coming up shortly, so make sure to get those votes in, and we will announce our player of the game after the break that we're going to be taking shortly. And of course, head on to LAS_esports on Instagram to check out that giveaway that we've set up and to get all the details there. Make sure you get those entries in. We're going to be announcing it in finals. But yes, what a crazy game, number 1. Playoffs are officially locked for our Academy split. So maybe game number 2, we're going to be seeing some extra spicy stuff. You know what I mean, Bertowski?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see just pull out that crazy stuff. You don't need to win this game. Neither team needs to win this game. So I just want to see them go crazy on this one. Pull out the weird stuff. Pull out that Heimerdinger that you've so coveted.
Yes! I would love that. You have no idea how much I would love that. But yeah, we'll see what these players are going to bring to the table for game number 2. But for now, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll tally up those poll results from you guys, announce our player of the game, and get into the draft for game number 2. So don't go anywhere, because we're going to be right back with all that crazy LAS action, guys.
Come and run again. You wanna dose of this right now? It's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze. Story trouble 나 이름 믿지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad girl, girl, girl. When I start to talk that, oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 닿을 수 없는 What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches. Come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd. They're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride. You're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand. You're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today?
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. We are about to get into the pick and ban for game number 2. Gators picking themselves up a win in the previous game and locking their spot in for 3rd place, and Phantoms, of course, slotting right below in the 4th place. So playoffs are set to go, but it looks like players are ready to go for game number 2, and I am looking forward to some spicy picks here.
Please bring out those spicy picks. I just want to see something fun. I mean, not that the last game wasn't fun. That was very fun.
That was so crazy watching that.
But just bring out something extra spicy. I'm counting on you.
You know what I want. They know what I want. Everybody knows what I want. I say it every week.
Yeah, of course you want that blessed Heimerdinger. Maybe maybe we could go for like a Teemo. What else?
Full
What else we
Yordle
got?
comp?
Ooh, full Yordle. I mean that might be a little too troll. I don't know.
That might be honestly no. What am I talking about? The frozen, the full glacial comp we were talking about before might be nasty, but it looks like we are officially into this one now. So let's see what these teams are gonna do for this.
How much you want to bet one of them bans Heimerdinger?
I could put a good amount of money on it, just for the meme.
Just to deny you. just to
to-
quash your hope. But instead, a very realistic and understandable ban coming out here.
Yeah, Goob's Diana last game was pretty nasty. We will. Oh, I almost forgot to announce player of the game. We will do that after we've done the pick and ban here in PentaQ. So don't let me forget Bartowski, because we will do that. But
All right.
we're moving that Mach 5 tonight. Just so much every time we tried to talk about something about dragon advantages or what teams are going to do. It's like, wait a minute, we're fighting again. Let's go.
Yeah, more action. Just what the doctor ordered, right? Urgot still banned away. Galio still banned away. See what else? Oh, never mind. I brain farted for a split second. Don't worry about me. Wukong is gonna be another ban. Wukong definitely a strong pick in this current patch. Not necessarily this current patch, but the past couple of patches. Ever since he got reworked and a small buff, he's been performing quite well and definitely worth banning away at any point in time. Let's see what the last bans are gonna be from both of these sides.
I think both these teams are going to be looking for maybe high engaged, lots of fighting kind of compositions here, because that's what we kind of saw in last game. And I think these guys are just wanting to maybe flex a little, maybe pick some crazy solo lanes that they can kind of show off their prowess and show off their ability and their skills. So might see a little bit of that coming through.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see. I was gonna say I'm surprised to see they left the Fiora, but I feel like Fiora. The large majority of the Fiora's success came from the fact that it was counterpicked against a Cho'Gath. So as long as Phantoms is not planning on picking up that Cho'Gath, that's all the reason to leave Fiora up and not worry about the Gators just blind picking her. I don't think that there's a good chance of that happening. As good as she was on Fiora, she definitely does have some matchups that are less than favorable and significantly less favorable than being against a Cho'Gath. Ooh.
Okay. I see you.
Yeah.
So Lau I picked up
Wow.
first for the Phantoms, and I'm not too. I haven't seen the Lau in a little bit, but of course those ults in those team fights can pump out a ton of damage. And speaking of tons of damage, we got Kog'Maw locked in for the Gators, so it could be extremely scary. No, they're not. No way.
Oh, you got it.
Yes! Yeah, they did it!
Now, where in the hell is this going?
Most likely mid lane, I'm gonna say. You got the Kog'Maw locked in, so we probably will not see Heimerdinger in mid, as I just slightly lose my marbles for 2 seconds. My apologies there, guys, but got excited. I would say probably Heimer mid. Okay, as excited as I am, the issue with this is that Phantoms can pick a few things that go against Heimer, so we'll see.
Wait, something counters Heimerdinger? Whoa. I don't think that's a true statement.
First mages, man, any high engage, but you have to play that engage smart, because a grenade that can lock you down. And the issue about engaging the Heimerdinger is if you go in with his little Dorito of Death setup, aka 3 turret setup, it's not the most ideal situation, especially as it starts picking up those items. So definitely have to respect that damage. A lot of people underestimate the amount of power that comes out of his poke there.
And we're gonna get Kaisa Leona as the picks here from the Phantoms in response.
That's a scary lane.
Yeah, Leona's engage onto Kog'Maw is definitely going to be valuable, and especially with Kaisa able to follow up with her own ultimate, going to be great for gap closing onto that Kog'Maw and bursting him down. Nautilus, though, definitely a worthwhile counter pick to try to peel away from the Kog'Maw. And it will not be Heimerdinger support, unfortunately.
No Heimer support, but two of the best peel and engage champs there that are currently in the meta right now. Like we were saying, we're watching some of the Premier League where, depending on how your team is playing, you can go and make great engages as Leona or Nautilus, or support incredible peel, being able to lock people down as they come closer and just keep bringing them back, keep peeling them back. So I think it'd be really smart, considering you have the Cog and the Nautilus, to be peeling the Phantoms back through these fights, through those Heimerdinger turrets. That can be so potent as you just poke from the back with Cog, and maybe we'll see a couple more frontliners come through for the Gators.
Yeah, and it's nice because if you're acting as the counter engage, as the peel, you want to make sure that you just kind of stand there and wait for them to come to you. You don't need to hook them. You don't need to land your E on them. As Leona, you just wait. You hit your Q on them as they walk up. Nautilus, you land your auto attack to root them, and then you can land all of the follow-up CC in the world because they're now stationary. They're no longer moving. It's just going to be so easy to land all of the CC that you want onto them and chain it with everything that you could possibly dream of. Fiora going to be banned from the side of the Phantoms. I think that's wise. Fiora, Alawi is another champion whose abilities are on the easy to predict side. Not any hard CC ones, of course, so you're not going to be landing that stun, but it is still really strong to be able to counteract the damage coming out from the side of Alawi. So definitely a good ban. Obviously, Shu showed that he was very, very skilled on that Fiora. Nocturne, gonna be going with the Yasuo once again. Oh, but this is on the Gator side this time. Goob gonna be the one. Wait a minute.
Okay, so potentially Yasuo top, but I'm not gonna say I've never played Heimerdinger top before, because the amount of pressure he can offer on his lonesome is pretty insane, considering he just has extra turrets to throw down. So there is a chance we see Donger top, but I would say I'm
scared for the Donger depending on what jungle gets picked up here. However, into that Alawi, I have to imagine that is on the favorable side. You can lay down your... Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That is definitely one of the junglers that I would be afraid of as a top lane Heimerdinger. You've got such a long lane, and yet Master Yi has such a strong ability to just chase you down, pop that ultimate, and run after you faster than you could possibly hope. I love this. This is just the right amount of spicy picks.
This is the Phantoms have an in-your-face kind of team right now, which is
They certainly do.
very, very scary for the Gators. And the only things they're gonna have to be careful about with the Heimerdinger is the ability. If the Phantoms are smart, they're gonna be taking out those turrets immediately, especially with the Akali able to zip around. That's kind of where the attention needs to be. What? Oh, Twitch jungle, perhaps?
Yeah, I have to assume.
Interesting. All right.
That is a very interesting pickup there. So,
Hold on. I have a potential. Kog got some buffs on this recent patch that boosted his R and his Q, so he's got more AP. Could it be a Kog bit? Question mark. Heimer ABC? I don't know. We'll have to see. But before we go anywhere further, we will announce our player of the game from last game, from game number 1, and that is going to be Reedleen there, going 6-0-10 on that Trundle previously. Some incredible stuff from them. So let's see where these guys are going, because these picks are insane.
Yeah, I have no idea where the hell anyone on the side of the Gators is going. I mean, the only thing I can say with a tiny bit of confidence is that no, I can't even say the Nautilus is going support, because maybe that's Nautilus jungle.
It could be. We have not a solid idea. It's again, the only issue is that Phantoms have really, really good engage. So
Yeah.
Gators are gonna have to be peeling like crazy, making sure not to be blowing all those turrets right at the beginning, so that the Phantoms can go take them down. You have the potential to peel them back and allow Twitch to flank on the backside too, which could be really, really nasty, especially combined with the Heimerdinger R grenade. So that bouncing grenade from him can be devastating in team fights, locking down. It's a surprising amount of AoE, and the fact that it gets three ticks and it moves forward, it's really, really great for making engages when people try and run.
Yeah, if the Phantoms line up themselves at any point in this game, they are going to be shredded. Okay, so it is that Heimerdinger top.
There he is. Okay, so Heimer top, definitely not a bad pick. We are getting the words of, there it is, Kog in the jungle.
Okay. I have to imagine his clear is not very good, but I mean, as long as you're able to keep on top of your warding, hopefully you're able to make sure that this Master Yi is not able to come in and pressure you too much. It's going to be kind of on the scary side for him to be, if he just ends up face to face with a Master Yi at any point before, 20 minutes. And honestly, several points after 20 minutes. Master Yi is just such a strong 1v1er at every point of this game. Twitch is okay.
Okay, yeah. There we go. So we're like,
all right, Goob. Don't give us a heart attack here.
Into Akali, I would not be liking to play the Twitch. So yeah, Yasuo's a little bit better. Has the wind wall to block that shuriken from Akali, and that's really where she gets a lot of her engage. A lot of her combos come off of her throwing that shuriken onto the enemy, and then going flying into whoever that lands on. So at least having some sort of option to avoid it. Of course, Yasuo being able to zip around as well too, should be able to keep up with Akali. It's probably going to be coming down to skill in that mid lane.
I honestly wouldn't have minded the Twitch mid, except that I think your bot lane just gets absolutely screwed by Kai'Sa Leona. Like, I don't think there's a scenario where your bot lane gets out of laning phase with fewer than 3 deaths combined.
No, you need that range. You need that little bit of range from Twitch.
Yeah. So, kind of makes some sense to throw the Twitch into that bot lane. With that Nautilus able to keep him safe and sound. Kai'Sa and Leona gonna be locked back in. So, alright. What runes does he run on Heimerdinger here? Let's talk about that.
So, what I've been taking is usually you go Domination Tree, you take the Electrocute, you take the Sudden Impact. No, not Sudden Impact. The slow down one.
Heimerdinger, well known for his
matches. What's the one called? It's is it Cheap Shot?
Yeah, Cheap Shot.
Yeah, Cheap Shot. It's because you're going to be proccing that off your grenades anyways. Take
Yeah.
a little bit of heal, and then I like to take Ultimate Hunter because his ultimate can be so crazy, especially if everybody's focus goes to another side of the map. Heimer has a surprising amount of split push ability. If he gets a wave with him, he's able to drop down turrets in front of a tower. And along with his ult, those towers can go in fast. Objectives can be taken extremely fast, especially if Shu picks up a Leandri's at some point in this game. It's really, really scary the amount of objective pressure that Heimer can offer. So we might see the Electric come through. We might see something more of protection, maybe taking the Comet just to look for poke, and taking those Inspiration Runes secondary, going for the Stopwatch. Of course, you're going to be building a Zhonya's on Heimer. So clutch in those fights. You get people diving on you, you throw an ult turret down, and then you just go golden. Have fun with all that extra damage, guys.
Now the real question is he going to? Does he know those Heimerdinger combos of landing your stun, charging up your turrets, and all that jazz? That'll be what we see. What separates the, as frequently the good Heimerdingers from the great. Right.
No. But yeah, no, those combos can
Arcane
be...
Comet.
Okay, so looking for
He
more,
does have the Taste of Blood and the Ravenous Hunter, though.
and that's totally viable.
Oh, Ravenous Hunter.
Yes. So that's totally an option too if you want to take those double healing domination.
Yeah, I mean, against an Alawi, yeah.
Yeah. Because her Qs are essentially going to be one-tapping his turrets and locking them down. But guys, before we go any further, we want to hear from you at home. Let us know who you think is going to win game number 2. Will it be the Phantoms or will it be the Gators? Poll is live right now, so go ahead and get those votes in before it closes, because we want to hear from you at home. But I think you know where my vote's going. You got it. Yeah, come on.
Is it by perchance on the side of the Heimerdinger?
It might be, and that's definitely no biases of mine coming in to influence these choices. But okay, yeah, maybe a little bit of bias, but yeah,
I am just interested to see if Given is able to just roll on this Master Yi. He is against such a squishy composition as that Master Yi, and if he can get even slightly ahead, spend a little bit of time in Relin's jungle, oof, he's gonna be very, very scary. Happy to see first time Soda running that exhaust in an attempt to deal with that. But yeah, he's going to be difficult to deal with if he's able to get a couple of kills up onto the enemy jungler. Especially since, it's a Kog'Maw who's not going to have any at all pressure in this early game. Obviously, late game, he's going to be shredding everyone at any point in time. But until that point, it's going to be kind of difficult for Relene to get anything done in this game.
I am a little worried for Relene, especially in the early stages of this game. Gaben could have some really nasty invades, considering Heimer isn't the most mobile. He does have his passive where he gets a little bit faster around friendly turrets, including his own that he drops. But the roam into the jungle can be a little bit difficult for him at that point. And even too for Yasuo not being able to zip through minions. So Relene's going to have to play it safe and make sure to get wards up in the jungle to know where Gaben is, because the potential for invade there in this early game is pretty high, and Master Yi, if he's able to start getting some invades and putting Riley behind, it's going to be a classic Master Yi game and go exactly how you'd expect it to.
The only thing that could have made this more of a classic Master Yi game is if that was a Taric mid lane.
However, you might have the stats and we might have the numbers and know what might be expected. I'm putting my heart, my faith, and all my stocks into this Heimerdinger. So Shu, make me proud. Let's do it, baby, as we hop on to the Rift.
Oh boy. Hopefully Shu is able to fulfill your ultimate Heimerdinger fantasies. But we'll have to see.
See, this is the issue too. As excited I am as about Heimerdinger, there is the chance that I do get a little bit too critical, because with him being my main, I'm able to kind of look out for what is going well and what is not going well. But I'm putting my heart and faith into it, like I said, and I hope the best for this. It will be difficult for Alawai to engage, and if she does choose to engage, it's not going to be a nice time. So has to play it safe and maybe only looking for those all-ins if she's able to kind of proc her conquer off of Q pokes, maybe looking for that the W leash as well too, getting those stacks up. But that would be the only safe time to go in is when you have conquer up and when those turrets are no longer around.
Yeah, it's gonna have to make sure to poke away at those turrets from range and watch how many charges Shu is sitting on at any point in time. Because yeah, if you run into that Heimerdinger and he's got 1 or 2 turrets down already, and he's able to place another one, like oh boy, you're gonna be getting hella shredded. I have to wonder how quickly Shu's gonna try to rush for this Morellonomicon. I mean, this whole team heals a lot, but especially Alawi. She's got so much heal built into her kit. I'm paused at 5 seconds.
As of my Bertowski, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Game number 2 coming at you guys. Going to be Gators facing the Phantoms. Gators over on the red and Phantoms on the blue. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Playoffs are locked, so we're going to have some fun with this one. But as you're saying, Bartowski.
Oh yeah, just that. He's gonna have to be very comfortable with his engages, and I also expect Shu to build some kind of healing cut a little on the other side. Unfortunately for Shu, the ability power form of heal cut is gonna be a lot more expensive. The AD version and the tank versions, obviously very cheap and inexpensive. You can go them just real quick and not even complete the item. Obviously, Morellonomicon is a very strong item in and of itself, so you don't hate to go it, but it does deviate from what you would maybe be a typical build path.
Yep. So we'll see what Shu decides to build. Morello's is definitely going to be in there somewhere. Other key items such as Luden's, Zonya's, and Leandri's. That's where a lot of your power is coming from too, especially getting those stacks up on the Leandri's with your turrets. It's really scary how much damage they do when that Leandri's is stacked and you are taking more and more chip damage than you would expect from these little dragon turrets he's going to be putting down for us.
Start off this game. Oh, what is Akali doing over there? Oh, just getting some ward now.
Yep, getting some vision there, but Goob actually helping out with the leash a little bit too, so...
yeah.
Missing a little
that
bit
makes
of health.
sense.
Shouldn't be too...
I mean... He missed 1 minion worth of experience and 2 minions worth of gold, but it means Cog is significantly healthier in this game, in this clear, which pretty much prevents Master Yi from attempting any form of invade. So definitely nice to see the teamwork coming in there, as Kog'Maw has already made his way to his second buff. Obviously not clearing any additional camps on the way, hoping to get that blue buff for the increased CDR and mana regeneration, so you can start popping all your spells as much as possible. Should be interesting to watch his ability to clear here. He's obviously going to get... Oh, landing some good skill shots up in this top lane.
And
that's good to see.
This is the power of a Heimerdinger lane. It is... you got to be smart with those turrets, but it allows you to push really, really, really hard. You do want to be being a little bit safe when it comes to them, because if you're ahead and not near them, that means no passive, no extra move speed, and potential to gank. However, look at bottom as the dredge line comes through. First time Sona getting that passive lockdown, and Relene is here to join the queue. Comes from Kog'Maw. Brave Carcass gonna have to pop the heal, but he's getting low. That's first blood to the Gators. A nice flash from first time Sona to get out, and Leona taking the blade on in, taking the E there, trying to escape, and one more auto from Twitch, but no double kill there, and they're still able to pick up first blood, which is super nice. However,
that was a nice walk around. So Kog'Maw just clearing the 2 main camps. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a good combo, Shu.
Yeah, well played there. But so Kog'Maw just clearing his 2 main camps, and then the Gromp for the level... no, I guess he already had the level 3. I guess it was just to do it. Comes in to that bottom lane, sneaks in behind that tri-brush, and is able to just supply the additional damage needed. I mean, you've already got the engage from Nautilus. He didn't need any extra engage from the jungler.
Speaking of sneaking into the tri-brush, take a look top. Optimism charging in as well too. Shu going and flashing away. Actually going to be able to get away as he puts down the alpha, but no extra kill going to be picked up there as Shu gets out to safety.
Yeah, I mean, smart move from the side of the Phantoms to not really follow up on that. If you got the flash out of that Heimerdinger, he's already such an immobile champion that now, sometime within the next 5 minutes, you just bring that Master Yi back up there, and it's going to likely be a guaranteed kill. There's not really much Shu can do about it besides play very passively or get some extremely deep wards. As Shu might be disconnect. Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Oh,
he just has to sit in
mouse
his
died.
towers. That's fine. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You got trackpad? We're going trackpad.
Oh God, no! Don't even speak of that. I used to know someone who would play with a trackpad. That was, yeah.
That's all right. But hopefully he
Okay.
gets his
All right.
text
Looks
sorted.
like he's gotten it back. He's got his
Excellent.
mouth ready to go. He's able to move around once again. We're gonna get right back into this game.
Perfect. That's what I like to see. So right now, farm across the board is relatively even, except for down in that bot lane, Brave Carcass getting ahead, getting that early edge there over Overcomer, but that's just the pressure from the Kaisa Leona lane so far. Once the Nautilus hits 6, we should see it maybe even out a little bit, but still scary threats from either side.
Kaisa's early game power is definitely quite a bit stronger than Twitch's. Twitch is going to be able to. Oh my goodness!
Another
oh my goodness,
beautiful
these
grenade.
stuns.
I know. And the wrenches are coming out. Oh, the rockets are so close. 10 to health on autism.
Are you serious right now?
Uh-huh. Dead serious.
No, it went to 7.
Oh, less than that. Yep.
Holy Jesus! Oh, I've got the stream open on my side monitor, so I just looked over there to see, and yeah, 7 health on that Alawi. My goodness. And so I was looking at Shu's runes, and I was thinking, when I take Arcane Comet, I really enjoy taking Scorch as well, because of the fact that it makes it so that Arcane Comet comes up just a little bit faster. It counts as an additional spell landing, and had he had that instead of the Gathering Storm, he actually would have picked up that kill. Now, later in the game, maybe he's going to be happy to have that Gathering Storm, but for now, just that slight little extra bit of damage might have gotten him that kill, but that's okay. We still appreciate the plays, and that was still very, very well played from I Am Shu in order to even come close to that.
Will be the first Drake being picked up here for the Phantoms. Going to grab that Ocean for themselves. So they are on the board with objective as he goes ahead and steals that one. But
yeah, that's just an easy pickup there. You don't really have much pressure coming out from the side of the Gators bot lane or from the side of the Gators jungle. So just a quick, easy pickup for Given there on that Master Yi.
Or some more poke, and Shu just picking away at the health bar of Autism up there.
Yeah, Alawi's not having a great time. Obviously, he's CSing very well, but that health bar is constantly so low.
Now, some people might think it's easy, the fact that you have little turrets to farm for you, but when the wave gets there, it can make things a little tough sometimes. But yeah, the ultimate actually popped from Shu there. Gonna find a few ticks of the rockets, but nothing coming of that quite yet. Poke and poke is the game up there. We'll have to keep an eye around this map. We're starting to see some level 6s come through that mid lane. Both of them have 6. Cube actually has level 7 over the ally right now.
Yeah, and up a little bit of CS in that lane too. My goodness, Alawi's just not having a good time here.
Yeah, it's a little rough for her. And even now at this point, next time Shu goes for back, getting those items, it's going to be slightly difficult. Oh, but a beautiful grenade. There's the rockets. There's the wrench. And that's a solo kill for Shu. Showing how big the dong is up there.
Well played by Shu. That's a beautiful solo kill there in that top lane. That's just the power of keeping your opponent at such a low health bar constantly. That constant harass, making sure Alawi's at less than 50% health every point, and got some action in the mid lane.
He might be in trouble, but no, actually, even is around here, forcing Goop to back on off of that one. He's actually very lucky that they didn't decide to turn around and go on this duel.
Yeah, they probably would have had the ability to do that, but I guess just maybe a bit of not knowing where Relene is in his jungle here. You don't really know what Kog'Maw could possibly be up to, having never faced against one in a jungle. Probably makes it a little bit confusing to try to figure out what his clear could be. So we've got... Ooh, okay, so we got Lost Chapter on the Heimerdinger. That's going to help him stay healthy in lane in terms of mana.
Leash is down, and that is actually going to be the ultimate pop by Autism. Brought on back, the tentacles are going to hurt, and that's a solo kill. Traded back on over to the Alawai. So kill picked up there for the Phantoms back in mid lane. Oh, I thought they were going at it. Blunky getting a bit risky with those shurikens. Keeps going back in, and all it's going to take is Isuo to have a tornado up one time. And one bad shuriken take. We'll see how that mid goes.
Yeah, that was a good kill up there from Autism. Getting a nice little solo kill there, flashing in to land the ultimate.
Right now, though, he's been going in. He pops the ult, but he accidentally puts down the smite on to the Herald. However, we have a 2v2 situation. The ignites are coming down. Goob is just taken down. Both mid laners are traded. Now it's a fight of the junglers, but here comes I Am Shu with the rockets. Kog'Maw will drop as well too, but we see the turrets start to come down as well too, and Autism gonna respect this. The leash does come, but all you do is you put down some turrets, get fighting, and push her off of it. As missed.
Oh, he has no ult.
Unfortunately, yeah, no ulti. More and more stacks being shut off onto Autism as he's on the run. Rockets come through. You're gonna have to be a little careful as no more grenade means
not good.
The flash is needed there to get out.
Yeah, that misstun really meant that he was no longer able to. Oh no! Oh, you gotta stop! You gotta stop!
He's got some health. He's got some extra health, but this is gonna be risky. There's the rockets. There's the blast. Come on, one more wrench. There he is! The outplay, the dogger outplay. I loved seeing it.
Oh,
hell yeah, Shu.
Who outplayed whom at that point? I mean, Autism just trying to 1v1 that Heimerdinger turret. Very close overall. Probably just, you know...
Oh, boy.
There's definitely some extra ability you get from playing champions that are not typical picks, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this Heimerdinger top, no one is going to know really how to play against that to any high degree. Kog'Maw jungle. Nobody knows if Kog'Maw's gonna come gank you at level 2 from your own Tribrush. Like,
I would never have expected
who expects that? Nobody expects that. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
We do see Blunky making his way up towards the Herald Pit, but it is picked up by the Gators. I Am Shu is working around here as well too with Goop, so Gators do a nice little job of securing the Herald and escorting their jungler out of there safely. Very nicely done, but that does mean Phantom's back on to the Dragon, and it will be the Cloud Drake here, picking up their second. Don't think anyone's going to be here to contest it, and we'll get to see what soul is coming through on the map after this one.
I think if you're Gators,
I got it. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Carry on.
If you're the Gators, you're pretty happy with that trade. You take that Herald. You're gonna use it to convert it into at the very least 2 turret plates, but more likely a first turret if you can manage to bring everyone.
Goob's going in on the Blunky. The Shuriken comes through as well too. Goob is gonna take a tower shot. Let's see. Is Blunky gonna go back in? No. Just stays out of that one. Stays safe, but very, very close there for Goob. Almost able to pick up a soul care in the mid lane.
A high volatility matchup in this mid lane. Oh no, as Master Yi shows himself.
Oh, the Shuriken from Blunky coming from the back line. It will be Given that picks up that kill. Well done by the Phantoms.
Goob still almost returning a kill there, but unfortunately
the gank
too strong.
As a Nodus ultimate does come down. Nubs being locked down. The Solar Flare onto 2 members of the Gators, but there go Nubs and the exhaust onto Brave Carcass. That will be the exhaust to lock down. Accidentally gonna auto a minion, but here comes the Master Yi challenging smite on Aurelian. The flash out from Given. It looks like we're gonna just disengage here and back on off of this fight. Oh. Looking for that guy's support. Oh no. The Whiff's Heimer ultimate up there, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay, are they going to drop this Herald in the bot lane though? Oh, they are, but Akali's already down here. And Yasuo is so far away.
I think they
Oh,
are
no.
so dead down here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything to do. First Samsona is going to find a kill on a Brave Carcass. And Relene actually here to back it up. There's the autos coming through. Blunky
My goodness.
almost
Oh my
drops.
goodness.
The Phantoms have gotten lucky twice now. So incredibly lucky on 2 of these turnarounds.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That's those are the ones where don't chase, just take a deep breath, walk away. It might be very frustrating to lose away a kill at 50 health or at 7 health, but it's good that we don't see them chasing, even though they are just 1 tick of damage away from losing.
Yeah, that was so close. That last auto was almost there, but not quite able to land it. But beautiful damage coming out from that Kog'Maw either way. Some nice orb walking as well to make sure you land as many auto attacks as possible. Just looking around my room, I've heard a weird noise. Probably just an animal getting up to no good.
Shu in a little bit of trouble with that Lawai. It's called, not tentacle smash, no, the harsh lesson. Interesting little name there, but dodging those out.
Wait, it's called harsh lesson? Is that what you said?
Yeah, W is called harsh lesson. However, the harsh lesson here onto Relene as he's up top. That's the grenade down. Only 1 turret as the Lawai ultimate has been popped, and wow, that's going to do a lot of damage. Relene in a bit of trouble. Tentacles! We're going to teach Relene the harsh lesson, and I think that's why it gets its name.
That really was quite the lesson to be learned there.
We do see Goob making his way up top, trying to help out Shu. He's kind of locked under tower. However, Given is making his way up here as well too. That W back onto Yasuo again. The wind wall is up. Oh, let's see. Yasuo ult goes up. The Alpha from Master Yi. That will be a kill for the Phantom. Direct the camera. Don't screw us right now as the flash underneath the turret. But Given's doing some Master Yi stuff. It's back down bottom. We have another fight breaking down. That is the aftershock pop of the Nautilus ult onto Brave Carcass. Overcomer trying to make it out the stun onto the Twitch and lockdown. And now first time Sona going to try to get out of this one. That's his Phoenix Blade. No anchor is going to find the wall. He's trying. He's trying. Can he make it out of there? The lockdown from the Leona. The poke from Brave Carcass. And that will be the shutdown.
Close, but no cigar. That's so many victories coming out for the Phantoms across the map there. Just the amount of people funneling into that Alawi in an area where she's already established tentacle control is just so poorly played there. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to say that they played it terribly, but that's not something you can afford to do.
Goob with no fear, just ulting Blunky. Okay.
Yeah. He just likes using that on cooldown pretty much at this point in time. I don't think that the side of the Gators can afford to engage onto that Alawi until they have any form of heal cut. Still, across the team, I mean, there is, in fairness, the Nautilus, who has built that Bramble Vest, but Alawi's not going to be auto-attacking that Nautilus.
We're going to have some action down here. Master Yi going down the Soul Flare onto the Dragon. It will be the Gators that secure that Infernal, but even still looking for it. Locked down by the Nautilus autos. And now it's Nubs having to go on the run. 4 members of the Gators on the chase, as that will be Leona going down as well too. So a 2-for-0 plus a Dragon. Definitely looking good there for the Gators.
Yeah, that was a nice Dragon pickup, and just not the kind of contest you can go for. You just won a large amount on the top side of the map. It's okay to give up that Dragon there and not
down bottom though. That is going to be Autism going in with the ultimate. The Nautilus ultimate was actually used. That was really, really nice. Even though the harsh lesson will be going down, they're safe under turret. And Goob free to push mid, so he picks up that mid outer. And right now, Shu pushing in that top lane.
Yeah, that Nautilus is just really tanky right now, and Brave Carcass does not have his completed Mura mana.
Goob might be in some trouble. Challenging Smite comes down. Relene is here to follow up. That will be the pool coming down. Oh, the knockup on to Given. My God, there he goes. Beautiful Yasuo ult. The wind wall comes up as well too. Blunky trying to find something, but it will not ignite. I believe it's ticking down. No. They find the Ally. Very well done by the Gators there, and they're going to go ahead, take the Herald, take that bot outer turret, They're rolling right now. They're doing really, really well. Just taking those objectives after these little skirmishes.
Yeah, this is just, I mean, the Phantoms, they got such a nice play in that top lane, and then they decide to just push for those little other advantages they hadn't prepped for. They didn't have, enough ward coverage to go in for that dragon play. They didn't have enough ward coverage to consider contesting that Yasuo. It looked like it was a good pick out, but he landed a beautiful tornado onto a low member on the side of the Phantoms, was able to pick them off and get just enough shielding from between his Phantom Dancer and his passive to keep himself alive.
Another harsh lesson on to Relene, but again, back into safety. But what I did want to mention though, it's the same kind of idea with the Heimer turrets as it is for the Lawai tentacles. If you see them up, don't go running into them. Take them out before you decide any engage. However, speaking of engage, that is Leona down. The Solar Flare onto Goob and shut down. A little bit of Ignite toss there as well too, but they find that Yasuo. Nice pickup for the Phantoms there, as top lane might be the focus, as here comes Nautilus. The Lawai ult is available, so they are playing this relatively safe. Not looking for any crazy engage here, knowing those tentacles are spawning up. And yeah, first time, I don't think you want that one, as he gets hit with the W again.
Just walking away. I mean, this Nautilus is surprisingly tanky at this point in the game.
And he does, like you said, he's got the Bramble Vest as well too, so this will be putting on Grievous if that Lawai is attacking the Nautilus. And that's one of those, a third one goes down. One of those things
actually,
that you don't want to take.
I was curious if the harsh lesson spirit, whatever the hell it's called, would apply that Bramble Vest, but no, it seems that it does not.
No, because they're not autos, but it does.
Well, no. Well, I meant if she were to auto the spirit itself.
Oh.
But I guess not. He doesn't carry the items over or anything like that. So
the real Nautilus is wearing that Brambles, not the ghost.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, a little bit of a death push looking here. I think he saw them with that through.
Oh, well now he definitely knows.
Looks like Autism might be in a little bit of trouble. That Lawai ultimate is still available, so we see the rat-a-tat-tat coming through for Overcomer. Trying to pop the damage. The Nautilus ulti pop, anchor in, and they just surround and conquer. But oh no! Where'd he go?
I mean, that was a nice trade, I guess, coming in from him. Good play from the side of the Gators in that top lane to lock down the Alawi and make sure. I really liked the way that first time Sona kind of stood outside of that team fight, except for when he had to CC up, knowing that the Alawi really excels at getting that AoE damage down, causing an incredible amount of healing onto himself. So definitely a smart play there to kind of make sure that she doesn't get too many stacks of that Conqueror, get too many hits from her ultimate. Really like to see that coming. It's that kind of heads up play that's going to really be able to pull the Gators, or sorry, not the Gators into this game again.
It's just it was nice patience from them. It was really nice. They waited for it. They waited for her to use her abilities, and then decided to just lock down the Alawi with a bunch of CC. So extremely well done. We do see a TP coming through for I Am Shu. Gonna get caught out. Maybe not the best of TPs, as there will be the damage. The anchor comes through. Maybe a Solar Flare as that drops down too. Heimerdinger will drop as well. A Calais in the back line, but here comes Brave Carcass as well. Goob trying to get out, but in with the Yasuo will drop to that one. And now Autism popping the Alawi ult. That is so much damage. Alawi does end up going down, but Flunky getting some damage on. Brave Carcass going to be picking up a kill. And now it looks like the Infernal going to be started up by the Phantoms here.
Wow, that was very close team fight. I mean, the side of the Phantoms, they got ahead at the end of that. Shu lived for a strangely long amount of time, considering he doesn't have a stopwatch.
Brave Carcass looking for it. A little bit low. That Dragon's getting low too. Brave Carcass goes down, and Relene gets a beautifully leashed Infernal Drake just ended on a silver platter.
What? Oh my goodness, that was just a little bit of miscommunication there. Nubs for life deciding that it's time to peel off the dragon, but the rest of the team not really agreeing with him there, and Relene is able to just send out so much damage onto it. Wow, that was such a good engage, a good follow-up onto that dragon from the side of the Gators to make sure that they did not, in fact, lose that team fight, despite the honestly terrible teleport coming in from I Am Shu to begin that fight. And as we look down the item list, we now see suddenly 3 members on the side of the Gators have the Executioners.
Oh, I'm sure in a little bit of trouble. Gonna need to get some damage down. A beautiful little flash there. Did you see that from Gavin? Flashes out of the Heimer grenade, but he will drop as Goob makes his way up there. Shu trying to get out of those tentacles, and that will be Goob dodging out the harsh lesson. I am Shu still alive in this one, and there's the Rockets. He's back to help out his mid laner. They pick up the kill on to Given and Autism. And Baron gonna be started up right away.
There's going to be a hella fast Baron, too, because they got the Rage Blade on Kog'Maw, they've got the Blade of the Ruin King on Twitch. They're going to be shredding that Baron so quickly, and instead they're trying to answer this top lane turret.
Goob gets the turret, but does fall in the process. However, 4 members of the Gators going to have that Baron buff on them, and will be quite scary for the next few minutes.
Yeah, they had so much damage there between the Heimerdinger, the Rage Blade, the Blade of the Ruin King. It's just an easy pickup for them at 23 minutes in. And Kaisa still sitting on the mana immune, has not managed to complete that Mura mana just yet. So she's really lacking a large chunk of her damage at this point in time. Has she managed to level up any of her abilities? I believe a Cathian Rain is leveled up because it's grayed out. Yes. Okay. So yes. So a Cathian Rain has been leveled up. The Supercharge has also been leveled up, so that's pretty good.
I think it's only grayed out because he's not in. Yes. So now he's in main.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, you can still see the bar there on the Void Seeker. So still working towards.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Not really sitting on a ton of AP at this point in time. Obviously, he's built that Stinger that's likely going to become a Gnasher's Tooth. I assume.
Autism. Potentially yes, but up top, that is the Laowai ult popped, and unfortunately, as Goob just takes down that Laowai in a solo 1v1 matchup. Now the Gators pushing into this mid-inhib turret. Solar Flare comes down, and Relene, is in so much trouble right now. Gonna get dropped there. His first time Sona now on the run. But guess who's running after him? That's the Master Yi going in Alpha. The Challenge Smite comes down. The Nautilus ulti there as the flash comes away. A beautiful alt rocket there. Grenade comes down as well too as this damage. The turnaround. What did I say about chasing a Heimerdinger? Don't do it!
Wow, that's just so much damage coming out, and even just walked into all of it.
Oh boy. That was really nice played by First Time Sona, honestly. Getting the ulti down, flashing away, and just putting some distance in between himself and the rest of the Phantoms allowed his team to kind of reorganize and start pumping out that damage back at the Phantoms.
Yeah, First Time Sona has had some very, very good heads-up plays throughout this entire game.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
I'm Shu just blasting Brave Carcass in the face with some rockets, and that will be the end of that Kaisa for another 30 seconds. As they're pushing in these inhibitors, not even the towers anymore, as middle inhibitor's gone, and now the top is gone. Harsh Lesson does come down. Solar Flare is actually just going to catch the edge of Overcomer in a bit of trouble. That will be the Dredge line going back in. I am Shu popping the ultimate as the tentacles are flying down. Goob is in the back line getting those ults off, but it looks like the Gators might be in a little bit of trouble as Given is doing Master Yi things, going into the Alpha, trying to get out, but a triple for him. However, 4 is bigger than 3. Quadra kill for Goob as he picks up 4 of them. Oh my god. This game is insane. The wind wall's coming up. Goob maybe looking at end.
She has more mana.
Let's see it. The 40-second year mana. However, that 1 Q in an auto did half of Brave Card. Oh, the knockup. Caught in the wrong end and a pentakill for Goob on the Yasuo. Let's see it. Looking to just end this game. The dead timers are they're coming back soon, so this is going to be a little risky. Do we see the X-Pekka finish?
Get in here. Flash past the turret.
Solar Flare's there. He's still going. No, Relene, you could have gone to help. Oh my god.
Relene just playing his own PvE game in this bottom lane here.
They could have ended it right there.
Yeah. Instead, they're going to be doubling back for that Infernal Drake that has spawned. It's not Soul for them, but they will be
Triple
you know,
Infernal,
at least
not bad.
triple Infernal, especially when you have a team that has 4 extremely high damage dealing champions. Definitely something nice for them. An additional 12% attack damage / ability power.
I think the emotes tossed up in there in chat are probably accurate of how all of us are feeling right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are you gonna do?
I mean, you're gonna farm and you're gonna try to push back. And well, I mean, the enemy has double inhibitors down and 0 Nexus turrets. If they manage to win this game,
I don't know. I mean, there's 2 inhibitors down. That's going to be the dredge line onto Autism. The Nautilus ult to follow up as well, and the Hextech grenade as well. Over the wall goes the Allowi, but oh my god, what?
First time Sona.
That was just beautiful. These Nautilus plays have just been on point. I do have to say, I am Shu, making me very proud on that Heimerdinger. But yeah,
playing the Heimer very well for what is likely not a common champion for him to play.
Now we see the final push. The Soul Slayer does come down onto Goo, but dipping around in the back end. It looks like the Gators are just going to try and end Autism out of this game. He is not going to be participating as his dead time is at 18 seconds. And that will be the Nexus going down. Gators going 2-0 tonight, picking up another victory for themselves in game number 2.
Well played to the Gators, showing they are definitively 3rd place. They are strong going into these playoffs that are coming next week. They definitely look like a contender, and I'm happy to see it from them.
I cannot express how happy I am to have seen a Heimerdinger get busted out and played very, very well. It makes my heart so damn happy. And I put my stocks into it too, so you know what?
Yep.
I'm so happy.
Payoff.
Well, what an incredible game there by the Gators. We will have the poll for player of the game coming up for you shortly, but yeah, what an incredible game by the Gators there.
Yeah, well played, Gators. Well played to everyone on that team. Very interesting comp coming out of them. I don't know if I want to congratulate them for champion select necessarily, but they worked with what they had and they worked it very well. So, you know, congrats to them for that.
Yep. So the poll is going live right now, guys. Make sure to get those votes in quick because we're going to be announcing the player of the game in a few minutes as soon as those numbers come through for us. So let us know what you think. It's yeah. That was just incredibly well done. And even look at the damage. Yasuo at the top of the charts there, and Heimerdinger coming in right at second. Oh.
Yeah. and then on the other side, you got to commend the Alawi for pulling out such a ridiculous amount of damage. But yeah, that Yasuo DPS, especially,
That's true.
I'm pretty sure
he got a penta
at
in
one
this game
point
too.
Goob was 0-5. Ends the game 10-7. That's just the Yasuo power spike right there. I mean, especially when your team only has the 1 knockup coming from Nautilus. I guess 2 technically if you count his hook and his ultimate, but the 1 champion able to cause a knockup. Yes, the Yas Penta is the Yasuo power spike, that is for sure. My goodness, what a great game from the side of the Gators and the Phantoms. Congratulations, Phantoms, too. You played very well. Had a very great chance of winning this game, but unfortunately, the Gators just, able to edge them out and win out in the end game. Some great plays, some great team fights, some great pentakills.
Yep, and while we are waiting for the player of the game to be voted, make sure again you are going and voting and letting us know who you think deserves that player of the game. Make sure to head on over to LAS_esports on Instagram to go check out our newest giveaway. It will be an RP giveaway. First place getting $20 USD in RP, and second place getting 10. Go check out our Instagram. You have to give some likes, tag a few friends here and there, but all the details are over there. And make sure you enter to get your chance to win some RP. So let's let's make sure. I think I'm gonna be doing that because I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a pool party Heimerdinger skin that just came out, and yeah, yeah. Enough
Most
said.
exciting thing ever.
Oh no, we're counting down right now. We have a split in the vote right now. Goob and first time
Do we?
Sona. Yep.
Ooh, spicy. Let's get a
Who's,
couple more votes in here, guys. Quick, quick.
who's gonna break the tiebreaker?
I hope your graphic has the ability to account for two people.
It does not.
Oh boy. Gonna have to
Uh,
change that up after this one, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but we'll get both names on there. We can obviously do that. That's good enough. But in terms of champion pictures, not so good at doing that. So
There it is.
It is the tie. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do here with some movie magic in the background. Okay, let's see. Player name. So we have it is Goob and first time Sona coming through as player of the game. First time Sona. Let's see if we can make this look good here. Try our best, obviously here, but no, just super well played by the Gators. I love seeing the meme picks coming out here, and thank you again very much, guys, for picking that Heimerdinger. You have no idea how happy I am. It's ridiculous. Let's see. We got KDAs. We can get double KDAs in there. Sure, why not? Let's see. But honestly, like, you had the Yasuo getting the pentakill, which was nuts. As soon as he got that power spike, like, he was zooming. But we got to give lots of props to first time Sona. The amount of incredible hooks that came out of him, just, peeling for that Twitch when the Phantoms were really making big engages on that bot lane, and then when he was able to turn things around and go back and engage, that's the power of that Nautilus there, and he really showed what he could do with it. So well deserved by both these guys here.
Yeah, very well played. Congratulations to both of them for being co-players of the game.
So this is we'll maybe have to figure something out in future games, but yes, double player of the games will be Goob and first time Sona, with Goob going 10, 7, and 7 on that Yasuo, and first time Sona going 3, 3, and 13 on the Nautilus. Super well done. Just great stuff to see from either side. But now we're in playoffs. Playoffs are locked. Playoffs are coming, and I cannot wait to see some of these teams pop off in playoffs. It's going to be incredible to watch.
Yeah, playoffs is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to watch all of the teams face off at the top of their abilities. Hopefully, we'll get some really great plays coming in from everyone. Playoffs, best of 3 the whole way, best of 3 till 5.
I believe. Wait, are they best of 3s or best of 5s? I know finals is for sure best of 5s.
That's something I should probably know.
I'm pretty sure. I want to say, just off of previous splits, I think all the playoffs are best of 5s. Which honestly,
yeah, okay, it does look like that.
Anything can happen, which is crazy because you'll see teams who have been winning 13 games in a row, 16 games in a row, Dragons, Sharks. But anything can really happen because when it comes down to playing in a series, it's so much different than playing just 2 games back to back, right? Your mental has to be on point, and you really have to be, working with your team, communicating extremely well, and learning from what happens from game to game. So it's a whole different mindset that people and players have to take going into the playoffs here.
Yeah, it should be a good thing to watch either way. I'm looking forward to playing in it. I'm looking forward. Well, spoiler alert, we might not actually. Yeah.
You gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, no, of course we're gonna be there, obviously. But that's what I'm saying. Spoiler alert. Gotta pretend that there's a chance we won't be there, but you can count on the Dragons making their way into the playoffs at the very least.
Yep, but that's we'll have to see what happens tomorrow night, because we might end up actually seeing you guys on stream in a potential tiebreaker match. So, guys,
actually, we're on stream either way.
Are you?
Yeah, It's Dragons versus Spartans is being streamed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is news
Yeah.
to me.
There you
Everybody
go.
disregard my graphic at the end of the night tonight. Don't worry.
All right.
But yeah, I believe I guess if we're going Dragons Spartans tomorrow, that's going to be spicy as well too. So we might get to see a whole mix of teams tomorrow night because, guys, we have what is it, a 3-way tie for second right now, and the Stallions are only 1 game behind. It's going to be insane. You do not want to miss all this crazy action. That does wrap up the regular split here for the Academy. Going to be kicking off playoffs soon. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to keep up with all those details. I'm going to be announcing the playoffs and when they're going to be and how they're going to be run tomorrow on the stream. But yeah, tomorrow, as we conclude our Premier League, there's a very high chance we're going to see some tiebreakers. It is going to be balls to the walls plays. These guys are going to be going ham. I'm very excited to see you guys play Bartowski.
Yep, I'm looking forward to being there. Yeah, I don't want to say anything else. Just it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
So, graphics might be wrong at the end of the day, so make sure to head on over to LAS_esports to check out stats, standings, and of course our giveaway that's coming out. So head on over there. We will announce, of course, tomorrow on stream who's actually playing. So keep an eye out for that, and we will be live just like every week, 8:00 p.m. EST. Make sure to be here. Gonna be some crazy, crazy stuff happening. And I honestly can't wait for this as we are in our final little step here towards playoff. Guys, thank you again for watching and tuning in, supporting us, participating in those polls. I love seeing all the participation and all the people out there in chat. So guys, thank you once again. Have a wonderful night, and thank you, Bartowski, for casting.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you again next week. I'll see you on stream tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you for casting next week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.